Hello, spooky friends, and welcome to another episode of Storytime with the Scariest Podcast.
Woo!
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Hello.
And today we are going to be reading your homegrown horrors. Adam, tell us, what are homegrown horrors?
Homegrown horrors are the stories that you, wonderful listeners and viewers, have sent us of your paranormal, supernatural, spooky, spiritual, sometimes true crime, sometimes coincidental experiences that either you, your family, your friends have had happen, so you can speak from experience or at least tell us a secondhand tale that we would really like to hear. And we do thank everyone so much that sends those in. Robin, if a listener or a viewer had a story like that they would like to send in, where can they send it?
So, if you folks have any of the aforementioned stories, you can go and email them at storytime@scariest.com. You can go to our website, scariest.com. There's a contact us page. You can type in all that information and it gets sent to us that way. You can go to Facebook, Instagram. We have a whole bunch of different social media. All those links are on our website, so check it out.
Indeed. So reach out to us however you are comfortable. And before we get going with any stories, there's one thing we do need to discuss. It's the fact that it is January.
Oh.
So
I was like, wait, where
January
is this going?
Patreon push is in full effect. And you folks have been responding. And it is pretty awesome. So don't get left out on the Patreon bandwagon. For as low as $4 a month, you can sponsor 2 sad, lonely podcast hosts. And it's not really that sad or lonely. But seriously, it really helps us keep the show going and helps us move us towards eventual goals. And we also have a goal of at 150 patrons, we're going to go to the Stanley Hotel.
We're at 67.
So there we go. We picked up a lot. We lost a few. That's just sort of the ebbs and flows, but we got another one today. It's really nice to see. We did. It's really nice to see folks coming out and signing up. You don't have to sign up for a lot. If you want, you can. You can donate as much as you want per month, but it definitely helps us out with consistent income that we can see. And also, we give you guys a little something. For $1 a month, you get someone honking outside of our house.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah. For $1 a month, you get early access to all of our content and ad-free access to all of our content as well. At the $3 level, you get the Choose Your Own Adventure tier, which means that you get to tell us what to do when we post topics, where you folks can pick what topics we are going to cover. At the $10 level, what is that one called? You basically get some free stuff, which is pretty awesome that Robin creates.
Ghostly goodies.
Designs.
Pretty sure that's what the name of the tier is. I don't know.
And
Bad
ships
Bonner,
to
that's
you.
what it's called.
$25, I believe, is the shout-out tier, where
Yeah.
you wind up getting a shout-out at the first of every month. And then the $50 tier is where you get like a goodie package that Robin curates some things in and sends out to you every month. Also, if you get any of those tiers above $1, you get everything that came before it. So it's pretty cool. Check it out. It sincerely helps us out. So that is what January Patreon Push is all about, to try and get those Patreon numbers a little bit higher, to get us in that growth cycle for the new year. It worked really well last year. It's working so far so good this year, but let's make it so far so great. So thank you to everyone who's already signed up.
That's so good.
You like that?
Yeah.
I just spun that right off the dome piece, so I'm glad you enjoyed that.
Have that knowledge nug.
There you go. So seriously, though, it really helps, and thank you to everyone who donates. We appreciate all of you. Also, shout out to Molly719, who followed us an hour ago, so 30 minutes before the show
Thank you.
started. We appreciate that. So here's the deal with tonight. So we're doing this thing, 6:30. It's Thursday. Everyone knows that because you're here. And if you're listening to it, you don't care because you're not watching us live, so it doesn't matter. But for our live episodes, because Robin has school and her school schedule has changed,
Yeah.
we are no longer doing Storytime live episode recordings on Wednesdays. They will now be weekly on Tuesdays. Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, which means it's 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, which is, and of course, those are PMs, because no one wants to watch stuff in the morning, and if you do, you're crazy. So
Australia is watching us in the morning.
that's true. You're wonderful people. We love all of our listeners who watch us in the morning, which is great. But yeah, we're moving to Tuesdays. Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please join us on Tuesdays. I know a lot of folks have been like, I really want to catch an episode, but I can't do it on Wednesday. And because we've had Thursday episodes a lot lately because of the holiday, finals, whatever it was, we've met a lot of new spooky friends that were able to join us, which is fantastic. So I'm hoping we see the same thing happen on Tuesdays. Very excited. I know we've already announced this, but it goes into effect next story time. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on, and we hope you will join us. All right. So for this story time, the stories we're going to read to you, here's the deal. One of them is very short. 2 of them are medium length, and 1 of them is very, very long. So I'm going to do the super short one and the very long one, and Robin's going to do the 2 mediums. I let her choose. Ladies' choice. So that's how we're going to roll tonight. And I believe I'm going first, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So here it comes. This is the first one of the show. The subject is Deja Vu, which happens to be my favorite strip club. That's totally a joke, but the Northwest Indiana listeners who just heard that were like, ew, because it's apparently a gross one. I've never been there. Okay. It starts out like this. And also, this is from Jasmine. I just recently found your podcast. I'm from Canada, and I don't know if you have talked about deja vu before, but I've had dreams that I won't really remember, but within the few next weeks or maybe months, I will see a scene that I know I have seen before, and then it clicks that it was from my dream. My best friend has also had these dreams, and he told me that recently he has been trying to have these dreams more and more frequently, like once or twice a week.
How do you choose to see it more often?
I don't know if you're choosing. I think you can take an active effort into lucid dreaming, which is something I know a few people have in my life, at least, friends. I think my brother also did it as well, where you basically try and take control of your dreams and see if you can access this sort of prophetic information by having control of your dreams. Maybe that's what this person was trying to do.
Maybe.
It's weird, though, and it's scary, and we've had some of the worst sleep paralysis emails we've had from people who tried to do lucid dreaming, and then all of a sudden something took over the dream, which is just fucking terrifying. That sounds like a synopsis for a horror movie.
I have had a lot of cases of deja vu in my life where I sit there and I realize, or I stand there, it doesn't matter, whatever situation I happen to be in at the time, and I realize I've dreamt this exact situation. You just said that word. You were standing in that exact same spot. I was sitting here. This was my view. It's crazy when that happens. And I don't know how that happens.
I've had it happen multiple times. Here's the other cool thing. This email's not over, but I want to say this. Okay, you know what? I'm going to say this because if I don't, I'll forget it by the end of it. The cool thing about deja vu is I saw someone post somewhere else in our Spooky Friends group, I think, that sometimes deja vu, or maybe this was last story time, is when all these parallel universes that have all these different things happening based off of different decisions that have been made in your life, it's when one of them at least overlaps with a decision that you also made. So you somehow align, no matter what decision you made, you were eventually going to make this small innocuous decision to open the fridge and take out the milk, and then you have that weird feeling of deja vu because another version of you in an alternate universe is doing the exact same thing at the exact same time. And that's where that sort of comes from. That's a cool theory. I mean, obviously there's no science behind it or anything like that.
When I dream it and I know I've dreamt it months ago or years ago and it happens, how does that make sense?
So I think in that case, it's because when you're dreaming, you're seeing an alternate reality version of you that because of the decisions they've made accelerated their timeline where they wound up doing that thing before you did. But you were eventually going to get to the same spot in the same exact way. It just took you longer to get there because the destination was the same, but your road winded a bit more because you got distracted or saw a butterfly or whatever happened, that your alternate parallel reality version just got there faster. Maybe that's what that is. That's my crazy, bizarre theory. I
definitely see a lot of butterfly, more like ADD moments where I was having a conversation with my coworkers today. Thank you so much, Laura Ann, for subscribing. I had a conversation with my coworkers today, and I was talking to them about something, and then one of our other coworkers walked up from behind us or something, and I'm just like, "Oh, nice haircut," and everybody in the cube just goes yes, squirrel, because I just stopped talking
and randomly addressed someone else entirely.
Yeah, so
yep. I believe that. I could see that, considering that I've known you for 7 years now, and that's a very frequent thing. So. Yeah. That's true. All right, we're going to get back to this email. So they give an example. How do I know that? They say, for example, I swear that I've seen moments that I wouldn't have been able to before, like me having a dream of a room, and then a few months later, me seeing the exact same thing from my dream in a room that I moved into in a completely different province. So yeah, it's a really good example of something that randomly happens. Shout out to I'm What's for Dinner for subscribing with their own money.
Thank you so much.
We sincerely appreciate you. But that is the end of the email. And I think there's a lot of instances of folks who have deja vu, and it's really, really creepy, and it kind of throws you through a loop. Sometimes you have it, and you're like, oh man, I got deja vu. And then it goes away, and sometimes you have it, and it just absolutely blows your mind. So, yeah. Shout out to Emanon, who just redeemed an Ask a Question. I'm going to go ahead and get to that. Robin, tell us more about deja vu. Also, send us emails if you've had deja vu or the creepiest deja vu moments.
Yeah, the creepiest ones.
I want to hear about them
because
for sure.
we can't really read the ones that are I had this deja vu moment where I was like, doing the dishes. And I was like, oh my God, I've dreamt about doing the dishes. No, we would like some super creepy ones or like, what the hell? Why do I feel this strange thing type ones?
Yeah,
so.
what she said.
All right. Can I just read chat?
Yeah, give me a second. I'm trying to get to Eminon's Ask a Question because for whatever reason it didn't actually pop up here. I know it's going to be stored somewhere else, but yeah, we can move over into that sexy stream chat. You can do that, and I'll try and grab Eminon's Ask a Question.
All right. So going in, lots of people saying hi, hey, hellos, hello. I'm What's for Dinner asked, how do I earn souls? So when you're on Twitch, if you're doing it from a PC, I believe you earn souls, and there's like different things that'll pop up, like little treasure chests that'll pop up on the screen, and if you click them, it's like extra souls. But if you're on something like an iPad, what iPad has are channel points. So they're completely different avenues of getting to the same thing. So if you collect channel points, you can do the same thing, like ask a question. I think you might be able to do even more with channel points because you can buy emotes that way and stuff like, or unlock emotes, things like that. Also, tangent, but all the emotes got approved. So let me see if the emotes pop up on here. They do, new emotes. So if you guys are subscribed, check out the new emotes. I think they're super duper cute, but it's just because I drew them, so I think they're cute. But yeah, so check them out. New emotes, kind of cute. Oh, thanks, Glitch. Glitch put them all in the feed. So, yeah, so souls, channel points, do the same thing. Just process differently depending on what platform you're on. I'm What's for Dinner also says that your beard is coming back, so no more naked face.
Yeah, it's starting to creep in again. A little bit.
Cat Beatrix says, Hola familia, at work without headphones, so everyone's listening to us.
Wow. We apologize to all the workers who really didn't want to hear this, but hey, thank you so much for listening. No.
They say they can't hear, but all they want to do is stop by and say hi.
Aw, so. Thank you.
Alrighty. Laura Ann says, stopping by, say hi, beyond exhausted, crashing early. Thank you so much for stopping by just to say hi. That is super duper awesome. McShake and Bake says, both looking super fly today. Thank you.
Aw, thank you. We appreciate that. She's looking super fly today. I'm just wearing the shit I wore at work.
I am just wearing like this super old hoodie that we got from Windows Insider from like 2 or 3 E3s ago. And I was just like, I wonder if I fit this. And I was putting it on. I was like, all right, I guess I'm wearing it today. Yeah, that's how we get into E3 every year, by the way. We get in through Windows Insider. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy how life works that way. You just meet people and it just kind of happens.
It's very true.
So
I'm just over here going crazy with the fact that I cannot get back to our stream. I'm stuck in some bizarre Streamlabs OBS like time loop where I'm stuck looking at how I can build out my changes and none of them are taking effect. I just want to see the message that came in there. I'm still not seeing the message, but hey, I'm back to where I can see us. So I'm going to read some YouTube stuff because I don't have a lot of it, and then I'll get back to trying to read Eminon's redeemed Ask a Question. So the first person over there on YouTube was he sent in and said, hi, hello. Ash Farley also said hi. David is joining us saying hello. Britt Newt says hello. Kiana says hi all. Radio Killer says hello, by the way. Etsley said hello, peeps. Glitch posted the link for the Patreon. Thank you so much for that, Glitch. Miranda said, hi, guys. Love y'all. Thank you for joining us, Miranda. And we hope you feel better. Miranda's been very sick, but she's still working through it.
Aww.
So shout out to you. Britt Newt says, oh, me and my best friend are planning to stay at the Stanley Hotel for our birthdays this year. That is awesome. Take pictures. Write a bunch of stuff in the Scary Spooky Friends group and let us know how it goes. Very, very excited for that for you. I have 2 other things. So I'll just power through it. Yesenia said, I was almost late to be the first comment because I was playing Pokemon Go. That's hilarious. Vivian said, hey guys, can't stay long. Thought I'd pop in and say hi. Thank you for joining us, Vivian. It's okay if you can't stay long. We totally understand.
We kind of picked up playing Pokemon Go again when we saw our friends in Dallas this past week.
A little bit.
And I was just like, man,
this game is awesome.
Want to spend more money on this game because I maxed out on my inventory and my Pokemon. And I'm just like, but can I spend the money? You know, so First world
We
problems.
shouldn't.
I know. Emanon says, can't stay tonight, no internet. Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. T-Pain says, my insomnia is kicking my ass again, and I would love to be asleep, but sadly, have to work. That's the worst.
That is the worst.
My classes now on a couple days a week don't get out till 7. So I'm just like, because I have to go to school at like 10 to get a parking spot, and then don't get out till 7, and that's why we had to change the schedule for stuff, because I don't even get home till 8. So
for whatever reason, our events list isn't working very well because they added a new events list called Mini Feed, and it won't let me replace the damn thing with the legacy events list. However, I can go to the website and see what you folks sent in, which is awesome. Emanon redeemed and asked a question and said, hey, just wanted to interrupt to let you know I couldn't stick around tonight. No internet. Love you guys. Have a good show. I'll listen to it on Spotify tomorrow.
Aw, nice.
So
Thank
you for sending that. We appreciate you, Emanon. And that sucks because we're reading one of your stories tonight. So I'm pretty sure it's the next one Robin is about to read.
Glitch posted all the different emotes. So glad that they got approved and that they work. It's great. Let's see. Glitch says, y'all were in Dallas. We were at the Dallas airport. We were at the Dallas airport for our layover was like 5 hours. Took an hour to go through customs. And
the customs there was...
Yeah, it was awful. We met up...
It's like set up to be good.
Yeah.
But they just did it terribly.
And we met up with our friend, hung out for like 2.5 hours, and then we had to go back into the terminal, take the shuttle to a different terminal. It was just this crazy thing. It was bad.
All right, I got this shit fixed, so we'll see anything that you folks send us. Awesome. It's always nice when Streamlabs tries to improve stuff because normally they get it right. It's, unfortunate that a lot of times it's broken when it first comes out. So what's weird is that they didn't put in an update. And I must have updated it before the show. So yeah, fun stuff. You guys don't care, but there.
Okay. Dre A says it's been a great week. Tuesday I got a promotion at work, and today I made the best pizza thus far. Nice. Congrats.
Congrats on the promotion. Congrats on the pizza. That's pretty awesome. Those are my two favorite things: promotions and pizza. Well, not really, but promotions are amazing. That's for sure.
I'm What's Funny in Status. I want to donate bits. I bought some, but can't find the donate button. I don't know
how to donate bits.
Yeah.
Somebody knows how to donate bits. Please let them know.
There's like a little diamond thing on the chat. So there's that little bits icon on the little chat area where you would normally type in what you're going to text. At least on my iPad, that's what it looks like. And that you tap on that and it brings up the bits option. I think. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to get into my next story. Okay. So this one is from Kyle on Facebook.
What up, Kyle on Facebook?
And it goes something like this. Okay, still love you guys. Been listening to your podcast for a couple weeks now, usually at work, sometimes at home with my wife. You guys are so cute.
That is cute.
I love it. But this story took place a couple of years ago. Now, a quick backstory. We moved from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin 6 years ago, and about 4 years ago, my wife and our 2 youngest kids went back to Pennsylvania for 2 weeks. So at this point, it's me, my oldest son, who was 5 at the time. Me and my oldest son, who was 5 at the time. Totally skipped a whole word because I don't know.
Right. It's all good.
Well, I had a friend over. We were drinking, listening to music. He was getting ready to go, so we were shutting down, and I was standing in front of the entertainment system shutting off my PlayStation. I was listening to Spotify, and my buddy Ben was standing by the front door right at the base of the steps, and over the sound of music, I heard Alex yell down from me. Ben heard it plain as day as well. I look at Ben, and he says, I think someone's hollering for you upstairs, and I say, yeah, I heard him. I finish shutting everything down, and I go upstairs into my son's room, which is up the stairs and in the farthest room from the stairs. So this room is way far back. It's like, how the heck could he have been yelling that loudly? I walk in, look at Alex, who is completely dead asleep, past the point of yelling in his sleep. And I wake him up and ask him if everything's okay and if he hollered at me. He looks at me with this blank face and says, what are you talking about? I'm going back to sleep. So this kid was asleep.
Yeah,
completely.
He was dead asleep, and he's just so confused that you woke him up to ask him that question.
So he says, I'm going back to sleep, which is kind of funny coming from a 5-year-old. But I went back downstairs. Look at Ben, and I said, he is absolutely passed out, dead to the world. I had to wake him up. So Ben looks at me and says, okay, on that note, I'll see you tomorrow at work, Betty. Have fun. So
That's
his friend's
hilarious.
like,
I'm abandoning your haunted house. Enjoy that.
It's like that. I know we bring it up a lot, but that like 2-sentence horror story thing where it's like, I heard it too. You know what I mean?
That's so creepy.
Kind of a shorter one, but feel free to read it on the podcast. I do have more, and so does my wife. And she was also saying, if you haven't already done a topic on the Pennhurst Asylum in Pennsylvania, you should really look into it. Nice. I don't know if we've covered that. I did an asylum episode where I covered a couple different asylums.
Right.
But I don't remember if Pennhurst was one of the ones that I covered. But
I can totally check right now through the magic of editing, and this part will not be included in the podcast. It'll just be me brilliantly saying what I've discovered. Shout out to I'm What's for Dinner for donating 100 bits.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate you. Checking right now. You said Pennhurst Asylum?
Yeah.
We're going to find this.
Well, the
together.
episode is just called Asylums. So I don't know.
That's not going to work.
Yeah.
So I'm just, we had a Haunted Asylums episode. Fudge me.
Yeah, I don't know if Pennhurst was one of them or not.
We'll look into it, and if we haven't covered it, we will check it out, and we will try and get it covered soon. So solid suggestion. And honestly, since we had the topic we had the topic on Tuesday, we've gotten a few extra suggestions, either emailed to us or posted in the Discord, which honestly are so awesome because sometimes we just can't find stuff to do, and we're looking for a little bit of inspiration. And when it comes from you folks, we know someone out there actually wants to hear it. So send in your topic suggestions. They definitely help. And thank you, Kyle, for sending in your story. That's creepy. Either your house is haunted or your son is haunted. You can't throw either of them out, but I don't know. Maybe get them blessed or something.
That's fucked up.
So, all right, cool. Let's look over in stream chat, see what you folks had to say during that story.
I'm What's for Dinner says, dance. Dance for my bits.
That's so funny.
Maybe you should just shake your bits. Yeah.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? Guys, I got to be honest. McShake and Bake is still our raid boss, or our stream boss, I should say. But there's only like 4,200.
It's practically a raid boss.
42. He was a raid boss. Like everyone else were just the trash mobs leading up to the raid boss, which wound up being McShake and Bake. He's only got 4,200 HP left for each bit donated or penny donated, depending on how you want to send it in. That'll take off 2 HP. So take him down. That's all I'm saying.
McShake and Bake just posted a whole bunch of those horn emotes that I put up.
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
I love that. Is my favorite emote. I couldn't wait to turn all of our social media stuff into that icon because it looks so cool. Like the horns are just like perfect. I love it.
I did design what are those things called? A hard enamel pin. So once we get enough funds, somehow through all the sales of our other pins and stuff like that, I'll probably get that one made into a hard enamel pin too because that's my favorite.
Nice.
So, what else was I saying? Emanon says it wasn't covered yet. You guys haven't covered Pennhurst Asylum yet, so we will have to look into it.
Nice. Thank you for letting us know. Honestly, I never understand when I listen to podcasts how they can forget some of their content. Like, I'll listen to Adventure Zone, like, how could they forget that they talked about that like 10 episodes ago? Like, then we started doing this show, and now I completely understand it. Because there's certain topics we ask each other, like, hey, are you covering this week? No, I'm not covering it. Have we covered that before? I don't know. Let's go check. It just leaves your brain because you're constantly filling it with this week's information and then letting it go.
Because we do it every week, it's really hard because it's like new info, new topic.
What's cool is which ones wind up sticking. Today I talked about that 20-year presidential curse where the president would either like get severely injured or die. Because someone was telling me like, did you know that there was like some stuff that was like mirrored between Kennedy and Lincoln? I'm like, I did know that because I talked about that on my show. And I told him about how Lincoln's son almost died and John Wilkes Booth's brother saved him, and then he wrote him a letter saying like, thanks for saving my son, and then his brother fucking killed him. So lots of interesting stuff that winds up sticking in your brain forever. Good stuff.
Glitch says this emote fucks.
That's awesome. I love it when that gets used. It makes me laugh so damn hard. I posted that picture on the Scary Spooky Friends group, and he posted like, this post fucks. I was like, yes.
I love seeing the Quispy memes. So one popped up today in our Facebook group, and I showed my coworkers that we're all in the cube together, and they're like, this is accurate. Because it's like when you open the oven.
And it hits you in the face. Yeah.
Anyway, so it's your turn to read, I guess.
Right on. It is. That was it wasn't super short, but it wasn't super long. So this one is, however, super long. So I'm going to move into my second and my final email of the show. It is quite long, and the subject is homegrown horror. And it starts out like this. Hey guys, my name is Gabby.
Hello, Gabby.
Hey Gabby. Just so you know, I asked my mom, how are the emails? She says, they're really good. And I said, how is that really long one? She says, it's really good, and it was really easy to read. I barely had to change anything. And considering how long this is, that is sincerely appreciated. So I will continue with your email. I'm from Pennsylvania, and prefacing this by saying that some fucked up shit is going on, and it's kind of spooky.
Pennsylvania is...
We've heard a lot about Pennsylvania lately.
Right. Isn't it like some of the original America, like colonies, Pennsylvania,
13 original colonies. I can't remember. I just know that part of the song.
I have no idea what any of the original colonies were.
Scout them, tell all about them, one by... Okay, we're going to keep going before I get a copyright strike for this.
Mick Shake and Bake redeemed ask a question and says, are we interrupting again this week? No. Whoops.
It's okay. No big deal. No interruption.
All right.
Pennsylvania is definitely part of the old country just because it's the East Coast and we progressively moved left.
Okay.
And it's been around for quite a long time.
So I feel like
it was there before it was Pennsylvania, so it's been around for a super long time.
Right, but if they're ghosts, it's probably because there's such a huge, lengthy history,
Yeah. Isn't Gettysburg in Pennsylvania? Actually, I have no idea where Gettysburg is. That shows you how ignorant I am. You covered Gettysburg.
That was like our maybe, fifth episode or something? It was really beginning
it wasn't
episode.
That early. I don't think so. I'm going to fact check you on that one. So, all right, it's okay though. I'm going to keep going because like I said, this episode is very long. I'm going to start from this email is very long. I'm going to start from the beginning and start this by saying that I have always had weird things happen in my life, but it wasn't until recently I have looked back to actually acknowledge what had been happening. This is going to be long. Sorry. So growing up, I was raised Catholic, and I believe the first time I ever saw, in quotations, anything was at the age of 6. I'm 18 now. I remember this memory clear as day, even though I literally have the memory of a 96-year-old woman with Alzheimer's. That's hilarious.
I asked one of my coworkers today, I was like, so you're a Cowboys fan, but you're not from Texas. Why is that? And he's like, I've literally told you this story before. And I had to look at him. I'm like, I'm an Etch-a-Sketch. Tell me again.
I call her my little Etch-a-Sketch because you shake her a tiny bit and she forgets everything. So I always try and not shake her during the show because then she'll forget where we're at or what we're doing. Oh, God, no. Emanon has redeemed and asking questions. Okay, guys, Shawnee and I are out. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for joining us, Emanon.
Thank you so much.
And I'm really happy that wasn't just distinctly for an interruption.
Oh, yeah.
So no big deal.
What were we talking about now?
See? The Etch-a-Sketch thing.
No, we were talking about something.
Etch-a-Sketch. How you forget everything. How you asked your coworker why he's a Cowboys fan for not being from Texas.
Oh, no. Okay. So there was a story that... So this is another tangent. But our friend Charlie, sometimes I'll be like, what's going on? She's like, I'm Charlie. You're in a safe place.
Yeah.
Because I just forget all the time. Yeah. Anyway, you can continue on now.
Continuing on. It was a cold night in January, and it was just past the holidays. It was the Friday right after Christmas. Trying to figure out the days there. So it was probably like right after New Year's. So it'd be like New Year's, the day after New Year's Day probably. That Christmas was probably one of the worst for me growing up because my first pet, a bunny named Flopsy, I had to say Flopsy that way, I'm sorry, passed away on Christmas morning. I did not take her passing well since I was the one who found her, and she seemed like my only friend.
You found her?
I often felt left out, being the youngest in my family and the only female, and I was honestly just really sad. I remember going to bed feeling really numb that Friday just because I felt I had no one. I don't know if you guys have ever felt so sad that you felt empty, but being so young, I didn't know how to deal with that type of pain, so I just prayed. My faith was really strong when I was younger, so I felt somewhat comforted and went to bed relaxed. It was around 2 in the morning when I awoke to small thumps, giggling, and a small on and off tinkling noise, in parentheses, almost like a small bell. I remember opening my eyes to see where the noise was coming from, and at first I didn't see anything, but when I sat up in my bed, I saw movement to my right atop the curtains in my room. This is pretty creepy. On a small railing, there were 7 small figures. I don't think I can express how beautiful they were. Words cannot do them justice. I remember they waved at me and then carried on with
Nope.
their playing.
No.
They danced
What?
around and swung these long ribbons, and they were just so happy.
Like a bunch of fairies.
Yeah, it sounds like fairies. I remember feeling like everything was going to be okay. I didn't feel my sadness, only a bright feeling in my chest. It literally felt like minutes, but apparently it was hours. One moment I was mesmerized by the figures, and the next thing I knew, I was blinking away the darkness of night and opening my eyes to the morning light creeping in through my windows. When I, quote unquote, awoke, I was sat at the very end of my bed, feet hanging off the edge and tears streaming down my face. My picture of my bunny was lying on the floor, and my blinds were open, letting the light fill the room. I kid you not, I was scared as shit. I noped the fuck out of there, and I ran straight to my parents' room at the end of the hallway and jumped into their bed and just sobbed my eyes out.
Aww.
My mom was so confused until I told her what happened, and she just smiled and claimed they were my guardian angels. Crazy, I know. But I guess that spooked me just because of the picture falling. I don't know.
I when I think of fairies, I think mischievous because not all fairies are there for good.
This is very true. That's where my head went
So-
immediately too. So
I mean, it could be something really sweet. Like they're
this
like,
seemed nice so far, but there's a lot more.
or they're like, you want to cry, bitch?
Oh my god.
Check that out.
There's a lot more to this
You
email.
know?
All right. It goes on to say, I feel like the concept of seeing angels is just so beyond me and extremely abstract. I have like 2 brain cells. As a result of this incident, I didn't sleep in my room for weeks. Fast forward to me being a teenager. Not gonna lie, my early teenage years sucked. When I was like 13 to 16, I was really depressed, and for a while I was suicidal. I'm okay now, and I just felt like I didn't have a purpose. That in itself sucked, but it was around this time that I started getting sleep paralysis. At first, it was just me not being able to move, but as time went on, I started seeing things in the room and just the usual. I guess, but in all honesty, I would just get out of it, turn over, then act like nothing happened. No biggie, but then stuff started happening around my house, or at least I started noticing stuff happening in my house. Sometimes my brother and I would wake up in completely separate rooms at the same exact time to hear people talking, laughing, and singing.
Disembodied voices, especially laughter, freaks me out.
Stuff would move, doors would open, and my personal favorite, lights would turn on and off. High key, I ignored it.
High key?
Is high key like a young person thing?
It's like the opposite of low key.
Okay. If I chose not to acknowledge it, it doesn't exist, or at least that's what I thought. But one night, my brother and I woke up at the same time, except this time he was in sleep paralysis, and I'm not entirely sure why I felt I needed to go to his room. I felt like I needed to. But I did, and I actually woke him up out of it. He told me he saw something, and he wouldn't tell me what exactly. He was so frightened that he actually slept in my parents' room for a week, and he was 18 at the time. Holy shit.
I mean, what? Did he sleep in bed with them? Or was he like, nah, dog, I'll sleep on the floor, but I'm not going back to that room?
It just says in their room, so I don't know.
Or is that room giant and you can fit another bed in there?
Maybe it's not, and he was just that scared. All right, it goes on to say, it was then that I was going to figure out what's up with my house. I started reading books, but most of the stuff I read seemed like bullshit. No surprise there. Fast forward 2 years, and we are in current time. The past 3 months of my life have been hell. I've been having problems with my parents, my adoption, and school. Nothing has let up. I still get sleep paralysis. I still hear things and see things. Things still move and lights turn off and on, and it's been getting worse, and I wanted answers.
That's terrifying.
Or so I thought.
Oh, okay.
A few weeks ago, the teacher I'm interning with heard my problems and directed me to the demonologist, in parentheses the story about the Warrens, and a lot of the problems I've been having are in one way or another addressed in the book. But some of the lines that have had the most shook that some... Okay, let me reread this really fast. But some of the lines that have had me the most shook... Fuck. But some of the lines that have had me the most shook have to do with living space.
Adam doesn't know how to say like hip lingo like shook.
Well, it's because like it
Had me shook.
had a return. It was on the next sentence, and then there was a comma afterwards. Fuck you. How about that? All right. This is what the quote is from the book she was reading from Ed and Lorraine Warren. Quote, if there are a lot of bushes or evergreens outside the house blocking the windows, chop them down. Let the sun in.
What?
Inside, paint the walls white, yellow, or light blue. Oh man, I'm so glad our bedroom is light blue.
Teal's my favorite color.
These
so.
colors interfere with spirit vibrations.
Fuck yeah.
Get rid of pictures and mementos of previous owners found in the attic or basement or garage. You might, oh fuck, we have a painting from the previous owners.
Shut the fuck up.
In our crawl
Shut
space.
the
Yeah, we totally do.
Fuck, we gotta get rid of it.
You might also consider selling mirrors and pieces of old furniture that came with the property, and it would also be a good idea to have the house blessed. But most of all, a happy family, a happy home is the best protection against evil. Negative emotions usually trigger spirit activity, so along with everything else, create an emotional atmosphere in the home where no problems can occur. Yeah, thanks, Ed and Lorraine. If we could all fucking create an emotional space where no problems can occur, I think we'd all be better off. Wow, what great advice. I'm sorry, that last one just triggered me. Like, oh, it's that easy? Cool, just create the best space imaginable to fucking live so nothing bad ever happens? Who would have thought that that would be the best thing to do to keep demons away?
You don't like this place?
I love this place, but like problems can occur anywhere. Like I could stub my toe and be like, motherfucker. And it's like a demon's going to pop in and be like, what up? You thought I was never coming. So just get rid of most negative emotions as well as you can is how I wish they would have phrased that. Okay, I'm going to get back to this email.
Now I want to just chuck that painting we have.
We have to get rid of that fucking thing. The only reason I've kept it is because I kind of want the frame. But now I feel
now
like the frame is
like...
haunted because I just read that. So
the frame is haunted.
All right. My house has never felt like home for me, which I guess that explains the darkness looming here, more specifically in my room in particular. My room has been constantly freezing. Man, I'm jealous. And I feel like the air is constantly suffocating.
Free air conditioning.
I haven't gotten a full night's sleep in weeks due to awful sleep paralysis. This isn't completely abnormal, I guess, but when I read the part of the demonologist where they addressed the difference between a ghost and a demon, I couldn't help but get scared. Give me 1 second. I'm going to wet my whistle before I read this next part because it is an extensive quote. What do you guys think, coffee or tea? I'm going to go with tea this time.
Do you
I have both of them right here.
Or?
I don't have any cream in my coffee.
Interesting.
I know Glitchgrim likes to drink from this glass, so I try and use it frequently on the show.
Wow. Nerd. You're so cute.
Nice.
Oh my gosh, what a long break.
This isn't a long break. You should hear the breaks that you take when you're like, I lost my place. Okay, here we go. Quote from this book. A ghost may scare you, Ed replies. A demonic spirit will scare you and eventually threaten your life. In the early stages, the phenomena associated with both human and inhuman spirits may be the same. Both types of spirit will seek to make their presence known by manipulating the physical environment. The difference is the nature of the activity associated with each. As a rule, ghosts will do things to the house while demonic spirits will do things to people. One tries to scare you out of the house, the other tries to scare you out of your mind. Truly, ghosts will do weird, spooky, scary, or strange things, but only infrequently terrifying.
You think they like to do stranger things?
I hate you so much. A ghost will switch lights on and off, move small objects from room to room, or even project the sound of footsteps, shrieks, and cries. If there's an inhuman spirit in the house, on the other hand, that means the dwelling is now the realm of the demonic. Rarely, if ever, will an inhuman spirit manifest at the beginning. Instead, what should be looked for is truly sinister activity. The demonic is a negative spirit, so it eventually brings about unmistakably negative phenomena. At first, you're liable to hear knocks, raps, pounding, and scratching noises that are designed to try your patience and sanity.
You know what tries my patience? Your attitude.
Fuck you. You keep interrupting. I hear knocks, and I feel, this is back to now the emailer and what they're saying. I hear knocks, and I feel things actually touching me. I wasn't concerned by the touching until recently. I went into sleep paralysis and legitimately got choked out. I woke up with the feeling of hands around my neck, and I couldn't breathe. I repeat, I was actually awake and able to move and felt like I was choking. With that, I see figures in my room at night and I hear people talking to me, but I'm doing what I do the best, acting like nothing is happening. I don't know if I'm actually going crazy. I hope not because I want to accomplish things in my life. So I recently bought a nightlight for nighttime and I listened to BTS to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Makes sense. Why not, right? I didn't
what
even
is that
make...
song that we always... Idol?
Yeah, right? I don't know. You have us listen to a million songs by a million different K-pop bands, so the only one I know is Likey by Twice. Fucking love that song. I didn't even make a dent in telling you all the spooky things that happened to me, but I feel like this is getting a bit long, so I'll end this here. But I have one last question. Based off of the description of ghosts and demons, what do you feel like I'm dealing with? For all I know, it's just a malicious ghost, but it kind of seems a little too threatening to be. Anyways, thanks for reading this. You can share whatever you like on the podcast if you want. I listen from Spotify. Shout out Spotify. You guys do such a great job, and I thoroughly enjoy listening to it when I work on my art portfolio.
Nice.
If you have any questions or comments, you can contact me through this email or DM my Instagram. Right on. So, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, we've heard from the official word of Ed and Lorraine Warren the difference between ghosts and demonic entities.
We are not
experts, professionals,
yeah,
none of that.
Nope, none of that. We just sit here and read stuff and research things periodically. And I honestly couldn't say what it is one way or the other. Because I feel like when it comes to things that are spiritual or paranormal, you never really know, you know? I hate that sentence. You never really know, you know?
Nailed it.
But because supposedly demons can choose to pretend they're one thing, you know? Like that, not episode, movie.
About Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Yeah, well, the Annabelle one, where the spirit pretends to be their daughter and is like, hey,
Annabelle creation.
Let me back in. And so the parents are like, hell yeah, I'll let you back in. And it's like, joke's on you, I'm a demon.
Yeah, in this case, I think a lot of the activity that you're hearing sounded, at least initially, kind of like a ghost, because it was like the projecting of like cries, like in this case, laughter, like footsteps and stuff like that. And the experience you had when you were a kid, that definitely doesn't sound like something that was demonic. If it brought you like all that comfort and joy, even though it scared you. Like we always talk about, like what happens if a person actually saw their guardian angel and they were hideous, you know? You'd freak out.
Yeah.
You'd be terrified of it. You'd probably think it was a demon. That's not the case here, but you were scared as a kid. The more recent activity, though, does not really sound like a typical haunting. That definitely sounds like something more sinister than that. And I think sinister is the best word to use there, because I don't know why you're smiling with that stupid look. You can't wait to make some reference to Bagul. I guarantee it, because that's the bad guy from the movie Sinister. I think the thing to highlight here is what you sent from Ed and Lorraine Warren, and that's like try and increase your happiness, and it'll literally drive out anything. I do think letting sun into the room is like a brilliant suggestion.
Really big, yeah.
Like when I was a kid, like probably my most depressed. I shouldn't say kid, but when I was a teenager, my most depressed times, like.
Oh my gosh, a teenager's a kid to you now.
Yeah, it is. I had aluminum foil over my windows because I was like, the sun will not enter my room.
That's terrifying.
That was mainly so I could just sleep in to as late as I wanted to. But yeah, like as a grown up now, I realize like how nice it is to just see the sun sometimes.
I'm big on natural light now. So in the morning when I'm getting ready, instead of turning the light on in the bedroom, I'm just like, open the window or you know, open the blinds so the light's coming in. And I just think natural light makes me feel a lot better, and I don't feel so suffocated.
Sunshine's the best medicine. I don't know if they actually say that. I'm What's for Dinner Redeemed asked a question and said, what would scare you guys, disembodied child crying or laughing?
Laughing
For me.
But no, crying is sad.
Crying seems like an SOS. Laughing seems like whatever's going on in the midst of darkness is entertaining to them. So yeah, I can't say definitively. Shout out to Jake Reno 1 who just subscribed for the 6th month.
Is it Jake Reno or Jake Reno?
It might be Jake Reno 1. It says, happy 6 months. Keep on creeping on. It was their 6-month anniversary.
Thank you so much.
Like we said, we're not authorities or professionals on this.
No, obviously not.
I think it's definitely increasing in severity. So it's a good thing that you have someone you can talk to, like the teacher you're interning with. And it's cool that they gave you a book, but that is not always that much help. So try the things like, I don't know, salt wherever you can.
Vinegar.
I know it sounds stupid.
Salt and vinegar chips.
Not vinegar. I'm trying to be serious about this, but you just keep having to make a fucking joke off of every word I say. So salt, I would sage the house or smudge it or whatever you call it like that. I would get whatever. If you're still religious, I know you said you were raised Catholic. I don't know if you still are, but like.
Is smudging a pagan thing?
I don't know.
Like using sage and doing that stuff?
I don't know if it's specifically attached to any religion. I know a lot of the Catholics I know would burn incense and light sage in their house, so I don't know if it's a pagan thing or not.
Cool.
Whatever thing that you believe in that brings you joy or comfort, I think will definitely help in your situation. And if not, then maybe you want to talk to someone else or see if your teacher has someone else for you to talk to. So that's the advice I have to give.
Cool.
But right on. All right. Let's look over into Stream Chat and see what you folks had to say on this very, very long one.
All right. Let me scroll all the way back here. Doop, 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 doop. All right. I love that Glitch is using the emotes. Thank you so much.
That's awesome.
Yeah, if you folks are subscribed, couple new emotes. I think, did I get rid of any? I might not have gotten rid of any, but I did add a few. So, couple new emotes you guys can use. Glitch says, I hate fairies. Play a Fey deck in Magic the Gathering and you'll understand. Someone used to play poison, like a really heavy poison deck, and there's no way they beat you in like 5 cards. It was stupid.
I used to play a pacifism deck. It was a white deck where I had a bunch of enchantments where if I got to 50 life, I'd win. So I just play them, and if they got broken or whatever, I just put it back out because you can have 4 of the same card in your deck. And then I had enchantments to lock down any creature that came out, and then the rest of the deck was literally just to
heals
to heal myself up to 50. And I used to use it all the time and drive people fucking crazy. It's my pacifism deck. I loved it.
I'm What's for Dinner says, so glad I never had sleep paralysis.
It's not cool. It's not fun.
Hello, Girl Panic, for joining us.
Leo Chacha says, hola, amigos. And then at Yesenia, I love Pokemon Go. I do too.
Pokemon's so good. The new Pokemon Sword and Shield, so good. Jump Force, just started playing that because our friend Charlie gave it to me a little while back. And not good. The gameplay is fun, but I'm like 3-minute loading screens. Killing me. Oh my god.
That's just the worst, man. I hate loading screens.
Yeah.
Brittany says, all right, guys, gotta head out. Need to cook dinner and such. Have a great night. Thank you for joining us. I think you left a while ago, but that's okay.
ASB Bunny says sleep paralysis sleep paralysis sucks balls. McShaken Bake says, I used to get it almost every night, but thankfully now I've just got insomnia.
Oh wow. That's not much better. I don't think it's better at all. Yesenia says to Leo, yes, I randomly had the urge to re-download and play the game again, and I'm so happy I did. It's so much better now than what I remember it being before. My favorite thing they added into the game is when you get to fight Team Rocket, because it's like you're basically playing an actual video game rather than it just being like wander around and collect the same shit over and over. I hate you so much. Yesenia said goodnight to Britt, so did Leo Chacha. Leo Chacha also said Adam was triggered. Something about just telling people like, just create the perfect home where nothing can ever go wrong. It's like, oh, that's it? That's all you need to do? Okay. Triggered.
I watched Annabelle Comes Home, and I don't think you can have the perfect home without glass from a cathedral or whatever.
Wow.
That's like what they lock her in.
Yeah.
The doll, they're like, don't you still have pieces of that glass from that one place?
Convenient.
I was like, what's this bullshit? Okay, so, sorry. I watch a lot of horror movies. And movies in general. So a lot of the time it's like, you know, that movie or that TV show or, you know, anyway.
I'm pretty sure we're watching it on the plane. Did you ever finish it?
Yeah, I rented it on Amazon because I had like a $5 digital credit.
Why would you not let me know? We were watching it together. You finished it without me?
I was at work and I wanted to see it.
Sharavang said, hello. Hopefully I'm not too late. LOL. Laura said, oh my God, yes, K-pop. What a mood. Mood is in all caps. And Angela T says, on break at work, just wanted to say hi before I go back. What up, Angela? Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, we listen to a bit of K-pop when we're doing road trips to California.
A bit.
When I drive,
bit of an underestimate.
When I drive, I'm like, put on K-pop and J-pop. Do it. So it's just like a bunch of Japanese, Korean music, and I'm just like, who am I right now?
I'm just like, whatever, just play it. Like, I'm putting on Likey. Is that cool? Cool.
Glitch says, I haven't had sleep paralysis since I was a kid, and I am so glad it left. Girl Panic says, just got off work, finally. How are you?
Doing okay.
Oh, she asked McShake and Bake, but you know, we're okay.
T-Pain has donated 500 bits. Thank you, T-Pain.
Thank you so much.
McShake and Bake down to 2,900 hit points.
She still has so much
He's almost gone. And you also,
2,900 is still a lot.
I think you take off 300 HP for every subscription, too. So if you haven't subscribed yet and you have your resub button ready to go,
that's still
start
like
taking some shots,
subs.
guys. He's almost down. It's a lot of subs, but hey, like, we can all do this together.
I don't know math. 2,900? How many subs is that?
I don't know. So
it's like a lot
all
of
I know
subs.
is that 1 penny equals 2 HP. So if he right now is at, like, let's say 3,000, then we need $15 more to get rid of him. And then however much you kill him by is however much you overkill him by is what your HP will be. So figure that out. Let's get it taken care of. Let's do this. Let's do it.
Let's see. I'm What's for Dinner says, kind of wish my wife had sleep paralysis sometimes. If she has a nightmare, she beats the crap out of me while fighting in her dream.
I haven't struck so many times by this woman.
But it's not because I'm having a nightmare. It's
she
just because I'm
likes
like
to strike me.
It's because I'll have dreams where I'm doing kung fu or something. It's just I can't help it. But I've had.
She doesn't try and help it either. Just so you know.
I've dated a boyfriend. I've had a boyfriend before where I swung my fist back, and they were sleeping right there, and I smashed him in the face, and he got up, and I woke up, and he's like, "I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this relationship anymore."
She's the most selfish sleeper I've ever met in my entire life. I have aged like decades since we started sleeping in the same bed because it's just fucking elbows out and knees out for no reason, and they're always like lodged into your spine or your hip joint or wherever she can find that'll hurt you, and she just sleeps so peacefully knowing she's draining the energy and the relaxation from your sleep, and she's just sprawled out all over the bed. I typically take pictures of it when it gets so out of hand, and then I show her in the morning like, you were literally sprawled out over the entire bed last night. And she's like, no, I wasn't. And then I show her, she's like, yeah, and makes an adorable face, and I'm just like, this is my life. This is just my life.
McShake and Bake says, I'm good. Finally have time to catch a stream. We're so glad so many of you have joined us for the stream. We know it's a weird day. It's Thursday. It's a little off kilter for our usual stream days.
Leo Chacha says, I cannot beat those assholes. Fuck Team Rocket. I was lucky enough when I was unemployed to have a gym right by the house when I had to run errands. And by have to, I mean volunteered to run as many errands as I could to get me out of the house. I would stop by the gym, drop off my Pokemon, fight it, level up my shit. So now I've got guys strong enough where I can take down Team Rocket. Yesenia also says, you guys need a California King bed. We had one.
It won't fit in our room.
What we need is a bigger bedroom.
We need a bigger room.
A queen is the biggest we can fit into our room.
Nothing else will fit in there.
We'd have to get rid of our one nightstand or the kennel for our dog that she sleeps in every night.
She sleeps in every night.
Voluntarily. She goes in there on her own. Yeah, she goes in there on her own.
So we're not the type of people that are like, get in there.
Yeah.
No, when she is tired.
She wouldn't go in there, by the way, if we told her to. She'd be like, fudge you, I'll sleep under the bed. What's up?
When she's tired, she goes in there, and then flips upside down. That's just what she does.
Yep, she sleeps on her back.
Let's see. Glitch says they're drinking out of the same glass as you. It's their live stream glass. That's what it is.
I don't know if you're drinking Arnold Palmer half lemonade, half iced tea, 0 calorie tea, but it is amazing, and I wish they'd sponsor the show.
McShake and Bakes says, I seem to only show up every fortnight if I'm lucky. It sucks, but gotta work for that money. And then
McShake and Bake has donated $15. Says Joe Swanson, quote, bring it on.
Oh my God.
Their hit points have gone back up to, it looks like 3,800. No, it's so tiny. I think it's more like 50. I'm going to check it out. You can go ahead and keep reading stuff.
Oh, all right. Yeah, dude, he's never going down. He's never going down. Let's see. Glitch says money's important. Girl Panic says, dude, I feel like I'm lucky if I catch the live stream as they're signing off because of work. Hopefully Tuesdays work out better for you.
5,930 HP.
Holy
This is what we
shit.
look like when it's full screen. Now you get a really good idea of why I wanted to get this new monitor. It is
Dude, my cheeks
beautiful.
are so chubs. Don't let me look at myself.
You look wonderful today. I don't know what the hell you're talking
Look at this.
about.
What is this going on back here?
So I usually lean forward or try and hide a little bit behind this so like the curvature of my man boob is hidden a little bit.
No, I can see all my hair now.
But now having this big, I realize like, okay, the lighting washes out quite a bit of it, so I'm doing okay on that. I also realized that this is crooked. I don't know if it was crooked to start the show and we just fucked it up or
I don't know
how that went. There we go. Got that taken care of. So,
I like my little catnip in the back there.
Your catnip? Oh,
catnip.
Yeah. This is always there. There's always like the Winchester Mansion mug, and then I'm not sure what that one is.
That's a Totoro teacup.
Catnip, and then her shadow box with a bunch of Disney pins. So yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed the I don't know why we just like to say we're going to talk about the stuff that's behind us.
Okay, anyway, so McShake and Bake says, if we don't work, we don't get internet, and that means no memes or scary-ish. And a baby laughing is way, way worse than a baby crying.
I mean, I would be concerned, like something needs my help if it was crying. And yes, that would serve to lure me in. Yeah. Which is kind of scary-er, but hearing a child laughing in the darkness, like, I feel like I have no chance then, you know? Like, it's just playing with me. It's just entertained. Like, it's just super creepy. I wish I had dark vision up to 60 feet because it would really, really help. So I picked the wrong race when I was born. I probably should have been an elf or maybe a dwarf. But hey, I'm a human. That's just what happens.
Let's see. Hold on. I've lost my
See?
place. Girl Panic says, adulting, something I didn't ask for. Glitch says, adulting is bullshit. Let's build a huge, scary-ish pillow fort.
I'm down.
That'd be cute. I'm What's for Dinner says, throw salt and vinegar chips all over your house just to be safe.
Make a circle of salt and vinegar chips.
They're too delicious.
Leo,
Those are like
hate
some of
salt
my
and vinegar chips.
They're so good.
They're too vinegary.
You're too vinegary.
Thank you. Yesenia said, okay, we already got that part. Leo Chacha said they need that king bed where each side had a different remote control. That's hilarious. I think we're good with the same level of sleeping. It's just like the space thing. Laura says there's sleepy love punches. LOL. Regarding striking people in the middle of the night.
I like how you say striking like so angrily.
It's just so pointed.
Glitch says, I knew Glitch says, I knew y'all would know magic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I had a boyfriend who got me to play a couple games, and I had a couple friends in high school who played, so.
I had a friend in 6th grade that said, hey, come over and play this card game with me. And I thought it was going to be like Crazy Eights or Uno or something like that. And I went over, and it was Magic the Gathering. And he's like, I'm going to teach you how to play it. This guy at the comic book store just taught me. And he taught me, and I was like, this is dumb. And then, like, I had to go home for dinner, and then I was going to come back over. So I went home and had dinner, rode my bike back over. I was like, let's play Magic again. So we played it again, and then my friend's dad was like, do you want to go to the comic book store? And I was like, yes, I do. And that's when my Magic the Gathering addiction began in 6th grade.
Wow.
So I used to do this thing where when I got into something and I wanted to get my friends into it, I would do what my friend did, where like you introduce them to it and then like they get addicted to it. So when I hit like college, I got really into Magic the Gathering again, and I bought all my friends like a starter deck and 2 booster packs, like 6 or 7 friends. And then like we would have nights where we'd have people come over and we get fucking drunk, and we had these massive free-for-all battles with like 6 people with Magic the Gathering. It was super fun. I've since given up the habit. I've kicked the habit. So I'm a huge nerd.
I still have all my Pokemon cards because I collected Pokemon cards like crazy. I have Pokemon cards up until the year 2000 and 2009. I think is when I stopped buying them. And I just have been trying to sell them. I went through and sold a whole bunch on eBay a while ago. It's just like, oh my gosh, such a money pit. But Glitch says, or Glitch redeemed highlight my message and says, let's play Pokemon on the Switch.
Down. We need raid buddies.
Yeah, I need a lot of my friends. What are those called? Friend codes for the Switch. So
the video game channel in Discord.
Yeah,
post your Switch friend
code, or just if you don't want a whole bunch of people adding you and you
message
just want
us.
to, you just message us.
Yesenia said it's called the sleep number bed. Good to know. Laura says you both are so cute. Shush.
Oh, thanks.
Miranda said these comments crack me up. That's crazy shit. I'm sorry that is happening to you, spooky friend. Leo Chacha says, I remember one time I was 13 and had a bad dream, and I punched my mom in the chest. Yes, I would sleep with my mom, especially when my dad was out to sea.
Wow.
That's sweet, except when you struck your mom in the chest.
I used to do weird things to try and scare my mom. One time, I didn't. This is totally off topic.
She just punched her in the face.
I did not punch my mom in the face. No, I would never hit my mom. That's scary. I try to scare her. I don't really try to hurt her in any way. But I bought a like snake toy. It was like a stick and it had a string, right? And it was connected to, you know, those wooden toys we saw in Mexico where it like wiggled. So it was a snake that did that. And it wasn't wood though. It was made out of some other material. It was cute. And I shook it in front of my mom, like, and I was just like, hey, Mom. And she looked, and she, like, freaked out so hardcore. But maybe she was pretending because I'm her child, and she just has to feel like she needs to entertain me. I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I like to do to my mom. Not so much punching her in the chest.
But, hey, to each his own. I've never punched my mom in the chest. Maybe I'll try it after this. If I did that, there would be no more scary-ish because she would literally murder me.
Yeah, that's why hitting my mom would be really scary. I'm What's for Dinner says I don't like K-pop or J-pop, but my Spotify thinks I do. It's always putting it in my Discovered Music.
That's awesome.
It's probably because K-pop is what's in right now, and it's like all the rage.
Dinner.
It's what's ha 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 ha. They also say, Robin, just like I tell my wife, you're perfect just the way you are. Thank you. Don't sweat it. Adam, you need work, JK.
What the fuck is that about?
JK. Just kidding. I love how my cousin David says just kidding is the best.
Just kidding.
Glitch says, I'm gonna send my code. Glitch says, it's a ball in a cup. Nothing can be funnier than a ball in a cup. What? Oh, the first hit. Oh, wait. I don't know. My brain. Oh, wait. No, I don't know.
Girl Panic said, "Go Facebook Live, Adam. LOL. In regards to striking my mom. No, thank you. We don't need any evidence that can be used in court."
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all caught up.
So it's my turn to read?
It is your turn to read the final email of the show and give it that sweet, juicy transition.
Oh my god, new issue of Demon Slayer came out. Okay, hold on. All right. So this next email that I'm going to read here is titled, "Why Were You Staring at Me?"
It's pretty creepy.
Because you're a cutie patootie, probably. I don't know.
Shout out to I'm What's for Dinner, who just donated 100 bits. And it says, "My bits are what's for dinner." That's awesome.
Ugh, but that could be construed in so many horrible ways.
That does sound kind of gross, but
all right.
don't think that's what you meant, but hey, you said it, so it's out there.
All right. So this email begins, "Yo, dogs. Yo.
Yo.
My name is Ashley. Are you Ashley Meow Meow?
What up, Ashley?
Ashley.
Are you by Ashley? Hashtag by Ashley.
Oh, hashtag by Ashley?
Hang up on this email right now, because that's how emails work. You just hang up on them. Slam the phone down. Like 1990s rotary phones. There's no rotary phones in the 90s.
I was going to say.
I had one in the 90s, but it wasn't from the 90s.
Okay, I was going to say, because I'm pretty sure I had, like, phones that they had the rubber buttons, and you just press the rubber buttons.
We had one in our house where it's like you had to go like... If anyone had a 0 in their phone number, you weren't fucking calling them because it just took too long.
Yo, the first time I used a phone where I didn't have to plug it into a power outlet, I was like, what?
It's pretty cool.
This is insane.
It's a pretty good feeling.
Because it was just like it was one of those phones that were like a brick. It wasn't even a brick. It was just like one piece. It was like this. It had the little
That's
curly.
a really good anime. Now who's interrupting who?
It had the curly cord stuck into the receiver, right? And you had to pick up this big thing, and you just press the buttons, but it wasn't plugged into the power outlet. And I was always just like, how the fuck does this work? I was just like, what?
Witchcraft.
Okay, anyway, so back to the email. And
this is just a really good example of how easily we get distracted with just random nonsense.
You just see me at work. It's awful. So my name is Ashley. I'm 29, and I am from Ontario, Canada.
What up, Ashley? You're our second Canuck that has sent us, and I'm pretty sure Canuck applies to all Canadians, not just a specific province. If I'm wrong about that,
what's a Hoosier?
Please correct me. A Hoosier is someone from Indiana.
Oh, what's a Hosier?
I don't know what a Hosier is. I think you're talking about hoser, which
hoser.
is just,
yeah. What is that?
It's just something they call each other.
Oh,
I don't know. Let us know, Canadians.
Yeah,
we're not from Canada.
No, we're not from Canada, and I've only ever been to Vancouver.
I have an exciting, fun story that I might have already told, but I'm excited to tell it again. On vacation in Mexico, I was standing in line to get food, and some guy almost tripped, and I was like, "Dang, bro, like you almost ate shit." And he's like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from Las Vegas." He's like, "Oh, cool." And then a bunch of his friends came by right when I said Vegas. There's like 5 or 6 people, and like, "So you root for the Golden Knights, eh?" And I was like, "Fuck, these are Canadians, and I don't know enough about hockey to keep this conversation going for too long." And I was like, "I do like the Golden Knights. They're really special to that town because they showed up right after that shooting happened. But originally I'm from the Chicagoland area, so the Blackhawks, like, they're my heart." And they're like, "Oh, yeah, Jonathan Toews, right?" I was like, "Hell yeah, Toews, like, great presence in the locker room." He's like, "Yeah, he disappears on the stat sheet sometimes, but you can't replace that in the locker room. But you guys got Kaner. Like, Kaner can score from anywhere."
He still plays for them?
Yeah, I mean, he was young when he came in, so I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. And I just feel like I got nothing left. And so I was like, "Ferda." I watched lots of Letterkenny, and they're like, "Ferda." I was like, "Cool, I'm going to go. I have to get a drink, so I'll see you guys later." And they're like, "Cool, it's nice meeting you." And he walked away. And my friend that was with me, I was like, I had nothing left of the tank, man. Like, that's everything I had to give.
My God.
I was like, I dipped into the Letterkenny. After that, I was going to have to start talking bad about people from Quebec.
So, oh my gosh, this is a horrible tangent. But I have a coworker. Well, I have multiple coworkers that are into Letterkenny. One of my coworkers got me into it, and then we found out, like, so-and-so really loves it. Like, she already bought tickets to the live show coming out to Vegas and everything. She was walking from her car, and I was coming in from a walk around the plant. Well, you know, whatever. And she goes, "How are you now?" And I'm just like,
not so bad.
Not so bad. And it was just, it was just so funny because we're just both laughing, and a couple of our other coworkers were just like, "Why are you guys laughing?" We're just like, "It's a Letterkenny reference. You gotta watch it." Jeez.
Like, just watch the show.
Anyway, okay. So I'm going to continue. I don't know how the fact that this person is from Ontario,
We've gotten
Canada.
through one sentence in 5 minutes because we had to talk about your name and then where you're from. We sincerely apologize.
All right.
We're going to go ahead and move forward now.
29, from Ontario. Being from Ontario, I can confirm that yes, all houses I've lived in or been to have a basement. All right.
Thank you. I'm not crazy for having a house with a basement growing up.
I'm not going to Ontario.
Wow, that's fucked up.
JK, LOL. I've never been. I would totally go.
Once a year, Red Lake, Ontario, for 8 years in a row. It was amazing. I miss it.
That's East Coast, Ontario?
Yeah, it's more like Midwest. Yeah, I don't know if you guys call it the Midwest up in Canada, but yeah.
All right. So I found you guys on Spotify.
Shout out to Spotify.
Nice. I'm on Storytime episode 31. Hopefully you're way past 31 now. And I'm obsessed. You guys make my ear holes happy during work and during the nighttime. Please share this on the pod if you wish. Well, we've already been talking about it for like 20 minutes.
We're really trying to share it on the pod, we swear.
So my fiance and I live together, and this experience happened in our last apartment in 2014. I got the flu and was bedridden for a few days. While taking a nap, I jolted awake and I was looking at my end table beside the bed, which was against the wall. I felt instantly scared, like when someone sneaks up on you, scared. When I looked down the wall, I was startled that my fiance was squatting beside the bed, just staring at me with a really big and kind of creepy smile.
That's terrifying. I'm glad that you're still alive because this happened in 2014 and this seems like possessed activity if they're just being super creepy in the middle of the night.
It was a smile that did not belong to him, and then he asked me if I was okay. I nodded yes and told myself to close my eyes, and I did. I went back to sleep. When I woke up again, I got out of bed and noticed I was the only one home.
I don't know. You said that this is your current fiance, and it's really weird to me that you're still with this person 6 years later.
But minutes later, I heard my fiance's car pull into the driveway, and when he made it inside, I asked him why he was staring at me while I was sleeping. He looked at me with a horrifying, confused look and told me he hadn't been home since I saw him that morning.
Holy shit.
Before he left to go do car stuff with his buddies.
I have goose skin, which it was referred to at work today, just from hearing that.
Weird. It's goosebumps
Lots
or
of people
chicken
say
skin.
It a bunch of different ways. Goose skin is fine. Chicken bumps is next.
What the
Stop judging people, okay? How about that? Anyone can say it however they want. I got some body bumps. They're everywhere.
Yeah, I like your body bumps.
Body bumps everywhere sounds like something you tell your doctor before he gives you
God.
a big shot of penicillin.
Ew. Let's just say I migrated to the couch for the next few days. Love you guys. Keep up the amazing work. I do have more stories, and yes, I will send them in. Thank you.
Please do. We look forward to hearing them.
Also, I attached a picture of my 6-year-old Omen baby. His name is Bane, and he was named after Tom Hardy's amazing performance on The Dark Knight.
I saw the picture when I forwarded it off to get proofread, and I gotta say, your Omen baby is absolutely adorable. I'm gonna bring it up so Robin can see it because it's so stinking cute.
Would you say it's totes adorbs?
I would say you merely adopted the cuteness. He was born with it, molded by it. Now I gotta find the damn thing. This sucks.
It's right there.
It is right here. Oh my god, I totally selected the right one on accident.
Oh my god!
It's so fucking cute, dude.
Look at his face.
Oh, it's adorable. It's a tiny white dog, and it just looks like it's smiling up at the camera. It's super photogenic. It's absolutely adorable.
I just want to boop it.
Boop. I've booped your dog on my laptop screen, so hopefully it felt that and
13
started
out of 10
smiling.
would boop.
Absolutely adorable.
But yeah, thank you so much, Ashley, for sending that us. Thank
you so much for sending us.
Thank you. Shut up. Thank you so much, Ashley, for sending that to us. We really appreciate it.
I'm What's for Dinner in the chat says, my bumps, my lovely body bumps. And that will be in the episode because it's perfect. All right, let's see what you folks had to say in the stream chat, and then I will get marbles on stream set up. And then I got to level up my barbarian in D&D after this in case anyone cares before I get the episode posted. But yeah, I'll do the, what do you call it? YouTube stuff first.
Right. You go, girl. Whoa, what was that? Oh, no, that was the sound of my chair. It's my bad dog.
All right, Yesenia said, okay, guys, got to get some beauty sleep. Good night, spooky peeps. Good night. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Maya said, hello. I missed part of the live, but at least I made it. LOL. You did get the last one, which is good. And then a bunch of our stupid bullshit as we detoured really hard. Leo Chacha says, you guys are hilarious. Oh, look, squirrel. Yeah, that is totally us, especially combined. Our powers combined are the most distracted person on the planet. Leo Chacha said hello to Maya And that's everything I have over there on
All
YouTube.
right.
So I will get Marble set up.
Glitch brought up that
One thing, if you are on YouTube and you would like to join in the race, switch over to twitch.tv/scarishpodcast right now so you can get a chance for some free merchandise.
Glitch brought up the fact that ball and cup thing is a Family Guy joke. And so I've watched like maybe the first couple seasons of Family Guy, but I do not remember just about any of it. McShake and Bake says, but who was phone? Have you ever heard that creepypasta?
No.
It's really badly written creepypasta. And it was just like, this chick goes out on a date and she gets a phone call. And on this phone call, if she answers or he answers, one or the other, and it says that the voice on the other side says it's her dad. And that some other stuff transpires.
It's like I'm there right now.
Whatever. Some other stuff transpires. The dude goes, they said they were your dad. And she's like, but my dad's been dead for 3 years or something. And then the line is just like, so who was phone? It's just
funny.
so horribly written. That was me doing a horrible explanation of what it was. And now you've witnessed multiple horrible things.
I suppose I feel like I was there, considering that's just the sort of way you felt about it.
Glitch says One Piece is the best. Don Quixote, Doflamingo is my favorite. Hope that I spelled that right. I honestly couldn't tell you because I only know like Luffy. I don't even know if that's how you say his name. And then I had someone request fan art for a couple characters that are a ship, like a relationship, I guess. And so I drew that. And honestly, holy shit, I can't believe how many of those I sold.
That's
when
funny.
I was like, what? People, oh my god, it was crazy. So if you guys have other relationships that are really popular and I should draw them, let me know and I'll try and do that.
Okay, so go ahead and use !vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track you would like to race right now while Robin continues to read Twitch chat.
Thank you so much, Miss Deezy, for subscribing.
Thank you so much, Miss Deezy. We love you for the 17th month in a row.
That is
Holy
insane.
Shit. You are amazing.
She says, what up, fam? We also have new emotes if you want to check out the new emotes that I recently got approved. It's great. I'm What's for Dinner says, what the hell is Letterkenny?
Oh my God.
Glitch explained that it's a show on Hulu.
And it's amazing.
It's really funny. It's really irreverent, which is a really good way to explain it because if you get offended easily, don't watch it. But
I don't know if it's that offensive. It's just weird and silly, and they
but
swear
it's like
a lot.
they swear a lot. So, I mean, you listen to us, so it can't be too bad. But I don't know. It's a very funny show. Lots of voting. Cuckoo.
Could you?
Aw, thank you, Miss Deezy. I'm glad you like them. She said these are dope.
They are dope.
Dope as fuck. These emotes fuck.
Hashtag
All
these
right.
emotes fuck.
So,
that needs to be one of our emotes. Hashtag this fucks. I guess she's
no.
vetoed that idea because she's not saying anything.
David, welcome. Velkommen.
All right, so we are in season 14. It ends January 26th, which means this is the last time we will race this season. So if you are watching right now and you're like, I'm not sure if I'm going to race or not. Well, if you want to win the season, tonight's the night. It's the 23rd. By the time we go live on Tuesday, it will be out of season 14 into season 15. So good thing to do if you want to win. Right now, laps is the clear choice for the track we're going to race. So let's go ahead and check and see if we've raced it before. First and foremost, I'm using the wrong mouse. Here we go. We have not raced maps before. Let's go. Or laps. Holy shit. The record time this has been done is... Jesus. The record time this has been done in is 1 minute 44.621 seconds. So let's jump in there and see if anyone can beat that time and become the world record holder, which will be awesome. Exclamation point play to join the race.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing. Gotta type. I charged my iPad today, so I can actually type on the keyboard instead of flipping it upside down and typing upside down, I can type like a normal human being.
I need to scooch a little bit because I need to get this microphone in front of me, get my keyboard set up, get my mouse situation set up, and not expose my naked leg.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. Lots of people say there needs to be a Spooky Mom pin. I wouldn't even know how to design that. Like, do I just have text that says Spooky Mom?
I don't know. We can figure out what spirit animal needs to be Spooky Mom.
Oh, yeah.
Miss Daisy said Spooky Mom's voice was so soothing, like a mom's voice. I mean, hashtag accurate. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah. She has a very nice voice. IRL. I mean...
That was IRL.
That was IRL. But, yeah. Boop, boop, ba-da. Is it... Glitch says we need a hashtag that fucks sticker. I'm contemplating either that fucks or this fucks. I don't know.
I'm down with either, as long as it says hashtag blank fucks. That's all. Or blank doesn't fuck or does not fuck or something like that. Girl Panic 95 says add blonde hair, LOL. That would actually totally work. So we only have 14 marbles in this stream. I'm going to check right now and see if the scriptory is on here. She is not.
I didn't text her and my phone is on the charger.
That is an absolute travesty. So we'll give you guys another 30 seconds to join in while I message the scriptory and let her know she's missing marbles.
She's not at school because she said she just had the gym. So she should be done with the gym. My sister's getting swole. I don't even know how you spell that. SWOLE.
Correct.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god, Glitch says a bumper sticker that says hashtag this car fucks.
That's hilarious. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and click start. Maybe Spooky Sis will make it for the second race. But right now we got the 14 in there. You have 10 seconds from right now to join in by typing exclamation point play.
I'm in. Oh my goodness, dude. I don't know why. Today I'm just like, my energy's running low. Had coffee this morning. I brought lunch to work, so I had lunch at work twice. I brought like a sandwich. So I had a sandwich at like 3 o'clock. I had my porridge at like 1. Didn't wait too long between lunch. That's 1 hilarious. And lunch 2. And I'm having coffee now, but I'm still tired. I don't get it.
So starting out, Glitch Grim was in the lead. However, Valley Grills has taken the lead. This is the one where you just go through over and over and over until you finally get launched over here. So we shall see how that goes. Valley Grills, Girl Panic, and Ashley Meow Meow are in first, second, and third. M Meadows, I'm What's for Dinner, and Miss Deezy are in third. Fourth, fifth, and sixth is what I meant to say. I just don't know how this triggers. There you go. That's how it triggers. We have to have that many folks cruise through before it'll open up to the other side. So just because it says you're in first place doesn't mean you actually are. Let's just focus right here and see what happens once we get past that number.
Thank you so much, McShake and Bake, for the 100 bits. They said, I love my Scarish Care package, Necronomicon. It's a cookbook that I got for Connor, and I thought it was really cute. And they said it's awesome, and the bottle opener is solid.
Is that the bottle opener we found?
With the hand. Yeah, yes. It's the skeleton hand.
We found that at some random spot, and we walked all around that store.
Walked the whole store, and we're like, this is perfect.
Hashtag this fucks. Hashtag this is going to Australia, because this fucks. That's a long hashtag. We got super excited, though. Okay, so there's 4 left. McShake and Bake just got caught up right there. I don't know if this is going to... Yeah, McShake and Bake moved it down to 3. That should make it to 2. That should make it to 1. I think someone snuck through there without actually bringing it down. I don't know what put it at that. But Miss Deezy and Valley Grills are the 2 folks that are competing. Cashew 16 got fucked on that one when the track switched. And it looks like Miss Deezy will take the win. Congratulations. Please let us know which sticker design you would like Robin to send you and an address in which we can send it. And we'll watch everyone else trickle in for points for the end of the season. Robin is typing something over there.
Sorry. I'm What's for Dinner says, lunch 1 and lunch 2. Is Robin a hobbit?
That's so funny.
I had a chicken salad sandwich. I had my porridge. My friend Amy, I absolutely love her. She got me a lunch crock or something like that. I think that's what it's called. But it's like a little mini crock pot. And it's like perfect size for bringing soup or whatever you want to heat up for lunch.
Congratulations.
At your desk. So
Miss Deezy.
I brought porridge. It was great.
You now have 11 points on the season with 1 win. Robin has 19. Cashew 16 got effed on that one, but they're leading with 22. Robin, is very close. Meadows is within striking distance at 16, as well as Ashley Faison at 13. Glitch, Ashley Meow Meow, and I am at 14, which fucks.
Oh my
So
god!
let's go ahead. And she's so offended by it, but it's also so entertaining to do. Exclamation
Glitch
point
says,
vote.
my marble don't fuck.
Exclamation point vote to vote for the track you would like to race. If you are within striking distance, take your fate into your own hands and try and pick a track that will be kind to you.
Miss Deasy said, I'd like to pass it on. So who was the second place?
I didn't see it, so.
Don't know who was the second place.
Hashtag
Raise
that
your
does
hand.
not fuck. I remember that it veered off of it, and it was Girl Panic, and I can't remember the other person. Damn it! I wish you could just go back to the previous race and see.
Oh, and you can't go backwards on live either.
No.
Oh, that's silly, Billy.
Whoever it was, I'm sure you know. Just be honest. Let us know which sticker you would like. Email storytime@scarish.com, and we will get that sticker sent out to you. And by we, I mean Robin.
McShake and Bake says, your boy don't fuck with no pickles. What the fuck? All right. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nope.
1 second. Ooh, treasure chest. I wonder what I
Local
can
stats. All right. Right now the factory is in the lead, and we have never raced it.
Modify a single emote.
I want you to know that this fucks is a virus to my brain. I say it so much at work. All my coworkers are saying it now. Fuck yeah! We put it out in the world. I'm so happy about that. Hashtag that fucks.
Oh my god! This has escalated so much.
Oh, good news, guys. I have 2 calls that had to be blocked by my phone. One was 42 seconds. The other one's 20 seconds. Don't know what the 20-second one is, but the 42-second one's from Honda, and I guarantee you it's about my car warranty.
We don't even have a Honda.
I know. It is so annoying. I absolutely hate it.
We don't buy Hondas or cars very often at all.
Just in general. We haven't had a new car in forever.
We haven't had a new car. Oh my god, it's been like 5 years.
4 or 5 years, yep.
Holy crap. And it's almost paid off. Bloop, bloop.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood. Let's hope nothing happens to it. All right. We're going to let this scroll past one more time. Right now, the factory is in the lead.
Beatrix says, did I miss a round of marbles? You did, but we have another one, so...
The final round is about to begin.
Few will survive. Solid.
Last time on Marbles Ball Z.
I've been playing, I've been playing Jump Force, and it has all the Shonen Jump characters in there. So it has, like, Dragon Ball Z, it has One Piece characters. I just got to the point in the game where you see Light Yagami from Death Note in there. Naruto, all the Naruto characters, well, not all of them, but a bunch of Naruto characters. And there's Dragon Quest characters. There's a whole bunch of different...
Nice.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of characters in that game.
That Dragon Quest series has those characters looking exactly like Dragon Ball characters. It's pretty fucking cool. All right. It's clearly going to be the factory. I think it's up to 5 votes at this point. I'll let it scroll to the factory one last time, and then that is the track we're going to race. So strap in, because it's the last race of the season, and anyone who is close has a chance. I'm pretty sure Cashew right now is in the lead. They're at 21, and Robin was at 18 or 19. I might be off on those numbers, but everyone that's above double digits is probably in striking distance. You probably want to be around 15 or so, but let's see what happens with this.
You're in striking distance.
The factory, please don't hit me, is our track of choice. Let's switch to season stats and see what the overall record is. Minute and 23.333 seconds is the record. Let's see if someone can break that. But realistically, let's see who wins season.
I really like the horns on the ball.
That sounds really weird. I don't know what you mean by that.
It was like a little snow globe, and it had one of those balls, but it had like horns, like reindeer horns on it.
Ah, okay. Exclamation point play to join the race.
Glitch says he's sad about the fact that the narrator person died.
That is sad. He hasn't worked in 11 years, though. He did retire in 2009. So I'm happy to know it's not like he was stressing himself out in the studio or something like that, trying to be as intense as possible. It is still very sad. The Scriptory has joined us, which is nice to see. We have 16 marbles, which is +2 than what we had last time, which is nice to see. I know Cat Beatrix joined us, and the Scriptory, so that explains those two. Anyone who has not joined that would like to join, please join. Please.
Please. Pretty please.
My friend had this voicemail for the longest time. It's like, hello, you've reached so-and-so. Please leave a message. please.
Oh, no.
And that's how it ended. It was so good. McShake and Bake has joined us as well.
Thank you so much.
Getting us up to 17 marbles for this final race.
I had a stupid voicemail message when I was like 18, and it was just something from an anime, and my mom was just like, you need to change your voicemail because it's stupid.
Yeah, I was definitely one of those people that had the voicemail. It's like, hey, what's up? Right on. Leave a message. And every voicemail that got left for me was like, fuck you, and then someone hanging up, and most of the time people just would hang up immediately. So, and then once that happened to me, I'm like, oh, this is not as funny as I thought. So I changed it. Okay, we're at 17. I'm going to click start now. In 10 seconds, we're going to finish out season 14 of Marbles on Stream with Scarish
I don't even know what my voicemail message sounds like now. Is it just the generic lady from AT&T?
Chicka chicka boom boom. Hit exclamation point join right now. Exclamation point play. Whatever it is. No, they put sorry for the late join. I just got home. It's okay. Chicka chicka boom boom. No big deal. Yeah, yours is just you've reached this number. Leave a message so she can delete it and never listen to it and never call you back.
I listened to the first few seconds.
I always leave such nice voicemails, and I'm so sweet, and she used to love them
One
when
of
we
these
first
days,
got together.
He's just going to leave one that's like, fuck you.
I am. I'm totally going to. And that'll be the one that she has to listen to until they delete it off of her voicemail box when I die. All right, right now, Miss DZ, Valley Grills, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom did get in there. Okay, that's why we got 17. That totally makes sense. And Valley Grills, myself, a lot of folks are fighting it out for the lead. Things are going to get rough here when we get smacked around by this hammer. So let's scooch over here and see who gets there first. It looks like Valley Grills is still in first place. Although it's going to change because there's a lot of folks vying for first place. And down there on that little like windmill type thing, we've had a lot of people fall off on those things before.
It's because yep, there you go.
There goes Ashley Meow
It's like
Meow.
you get stuck in the teeth, and the teeth like drag you
There
to the
goes
side
David.
or something like that, and
Unfortunately,
so you just fall right off.
R.I.P. Valley Girls is maintaining the lead, but Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is really trying to catch up. Miss Deezy is lasty, but made it through there. Now let's watch all of our marbles get the shit beat out of them by these hammers. I was hit. It doesn't look like anyone else was. Valley Girls and Meadows was also hit.
Oh, cool, but you can't just fall off the edge, which is great.
Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is in first place and is going to make this jump. Ooh, but got knocked around by that paddle, which means A. Meadows is in the lead.
Whoa.
Way in the lead. Everyone's making this jump and taking this shortcut. Cashew 16 tried to take the shortcut along with Girl Panic. Did not make it, which means Cashew 16 will not collect any points, and they're in first place. A. Meadows is probably going to take this win, is absolutely going to take this win.
Everyone is so far. Oh, there comes Valley Girls.
Valley Girls is in second place. I'm not sure how close Valley Girls was to taking season 14 championship. But yeah, pretty close. I don't know how close A. Meadows was either. I think M. Meadows was closer, but we're going to find out here when the final scores come up. However, Amanda, let us know what you want.
Man, I'm falling way
behind.
behind. Oh, no, I fell off oh, no, coming back.
You're still up there.
I'm coming back. Oh.
Everyone's taking the long way, except for Cat Beatrix, the Scriptery, and Miss Deezy. Valley Girls officially finishes second.
Oh, Cashew says, not again. And
That's so funny.
Use the why though emote.
That's so good.
Thank you so much, A Meadows, for subscribing. They have subscribed for 7 months.
You are amazing, and we appreciate you. Cat Beatrix takes third place. Looks like Ashley Faison's
Thank you so much, Cat
fourth.
Beatrix, for joining us.
The Scriptery and Miss Deezy fought it out. Scriptery is fifth. Miss Deezy is sixth. And here comes everyone else to fall in. I'm going to be lasty because I suck and I will not take any points. Yes, that was the insides of my body just convulsing violently.
I was like, is he doing a voice right now?
I'm trying not to burp because I just have all this stuff going on inside me. A. Meadows moves up to 8 points. Valley Girls 7. Cat Beatrix 6. Looks like actually Faison goes up to 15. Robin goes up to 20. But does not succeed in usurping the throne from Cashew 16. Here's the thing. There could be someone with like 23 points that normally joins the show that didn't join tonight, and we won't know because they weren't here. So I'm saying Cashew 16 is officially the winner of season 14 for Scarish Marbles. So congratulations. You don't get anything. We apologize for that. But we appreciate you.
A Meta says, want all the missed merch and a time and date for dinner.
Let's text. Text me right now so I know to text you as soon as the show is done. We will figure out a time and date for dinner, and I will go to the right side of town. I don't know if I've told this story. I'm pretty sure I have, but I went to the wrong Red Robin in Las Vegas, which is so fucking far away from the right one that we had to reschedule it completely. It was just a nightmare.
Glitch and Chicka Boom Boom say hashtag that don't fuck.
That don't fuck.
Miss Deezy says pound that do fuck.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, so many hashtags for that don't fuck. Okay, oh my god. All right.
Just checking to see what everyone was saying there. I'm going to go ahead and switch us back over to the normal camera while I get Marbles on Stream all wrapped up. And then we can do the normal sign out stuff. All right. I'm very relieved to see that my raw naked leg wasn't right here this whole time, because it's not as smooth as it used to be. This is a true story. This is silly and irreverent and fun. But at work, we move desks very infrequently. I've worked in a lot of offices where you move desks like constantly, and I hate it.
I only ever moved my desk once since I've started, and I started there 3 years ago, so that's strange.
That's pretty good. Where I work, we move desks not like super frequently, but I've only had to move my desk once in a year or so. And we were talking about the fact that where we sit, it's a really good seat. We have like a window view. It's great. So we always talk about the fact that we should do something as a team. And everyone today wore black and gray, like black top or bottom, and then the other piece was dark gray. And I was like, I wore that exact color scheme on Monday. Like, how come no one told me we were doing this on Thursdays? And it was like 4 people. And they're like, this just happened randomly. I was like, the people who used to sit in our desks used to have bow tie Thursdays. Everyone would wear a bow tie on Thursdays. And they're like, we should do that. And I was like, we don't have to do bow ties. We can if we want to, but we can pick something for us. And I was like, super excited. And someone's like, high heel Thursdays. And I was like, don't fucking challenge me. I have really nice legs. Like, I will wax these bitches again, and I will buy myself a nice set of heels and a fancy skirt, and I will challenge the dress code and see what they do. And they wouldn't do a damn thing. So they all laughed, and they thought that was funny. So I don't know if I would actually do that, but
you would not survive in heels. I'll tell you
that's
that
the thing, though. I would cry. They told me, like, if we ever do that and you pulled that shit off, you better bring flats because you're not going to make it. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good advice.
Yep.
So shout out to I'm What's for Dinner for donating 100 bits. We appreciate you trying to take down that stream boss. And shout out to Tiffany A. Rawaz, who just followed.
Thank you so much.
As well.
I'm What's for Dinner says 100 bits for Adam's naked leg.
I mean, I'll just give you a glimpse. It's going to be naked knee. That's all you're going to get for 100 bits. There you go. You got some naked knee. Hope you're happy. Hope you enjoyed that. That was enough to freak out Robin. So let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. So thank you to everyone who sent your stories, and we appreciate you sharing. I know we had one where someone actually asking what we thought was going on. We do reiterate, we're not professionals. We're not scientists. We're not experts in this area by any means. But if you want to ask us our opinion, we'd be happy to give it to you. Don't take it as gospel or anything like that, because sincerely we probably don't know what the hell we're talking about, but we do care for your well-being. So if you reach out to us, we're going to try and give you an honest answer. And if you just feel like sharing something because you don't want to feel like you're crazy, please feel free to reach out to us. You can email storytime@scarish.com. That's our email. Or go to our website, scarish.com, and click on contact us. Then you can hit us up on any of our social media feeds if you'd like. Facebook is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Twitter is @scarishpod, and Instagram is @scarishpodcast. We also strongly recommend you join our Discord if you'd like. Just go to scarish.com. On the right-hand side are links to all of our social medias. If you click the Discord one, you'll be taken directly into the server. We've had a lot of folks join lately. It's been pretty cool to see that start growing again. And there's a lot of different channels. We're talking about exchanging Nintendo friend codes in there so we can have like a bunch of groups for doing stuff, in particular Pokemon Sword and Shield. So for the folks who would like to donate monetarily, and I already talked about January Patreon push, but just to reiterate, Robin, how can folks go ahead and donate to us?
So you can go to Patreon, patreon.com/scarishpodcast. Those are monthly donations. Tiers start at $1 a due and go up from there. All your support is greatly appreciated. Helps us get a little bit closer to making this something that we do as like a job.
Be amazing.
Which would be great. And then we have Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/scarishpodcast. Those are one-time donations. All those donations go to helping us upgrade our studio setup. And if you followed us from the beginning, you'll notice my hair, 1, is a lot longer. 2, our video quality and our audio quality has gotten a lot better as well. So,
that sound is me kissing my microphone because I love this microphone so
I looked up
much.
And I was like, can you see my knee? You can see my knee, but it's black because I have pants on, you fucking weirdo.
You got to put that out there into the eternal stratosphere of podcast listeners. That's usually a secret reserved for people watching our live streams. If I wear a fancy shirt, it's probably because I wore it to work. which means I'm not wearing my fancy pants. They're hung up somewhere. So I'm going pantsless some nights. So that shit just sort of happens. And yes, someone may have paid me money to see my naked knee. That happens on the live stream. Maybe you should show up and check it out sometime. You can see what you can get me to do for money. So that sounded weird, but hey.
Oh my God.
I'm sticking with it. So thank you to everyone again who sent in their stories. We sincerely appreciate you. Everyone who donates, everyone who supports, listens, watches, all of it. You guys are absolutely amazing, and we do love you. No joke.
Thank you so
it's
much.
Not hyperbole. We seriously do. So I think that's just about everything we have for Storytime number 102. So Robin, go ahead and sign us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.